So, good afternoon, everyone. It's Esme, and I'm coming to you from very snowy um, Vermont this morning, this afternoon, whatever it is. And this is the first video, the introductory video for my brand new YouTube channel. I decided to start another channel because I am going to be leaving on what I consider a fairly epic road trip in about 20 days. And I would love it if all of you would follow along with me. I don't know really what to tell you to expect. I'll be using a GoPro camera to document my journeys and my travels down the road and all the amazing places that I'm going to see. But that said, using the camera is new to me. Like so much of this is new to me. I went back and forth about how I wanted to travel. At first, I was going to buy a new, not new, but a used Toyota Tacoma pickup truck to haul my small RV, ultralight Jayco Hummingbird. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, I've hauled a Jayco before with my car, but for shorter distances, because really just the weight of the trailer itself pushes my Mitsubishi Outlander, lost my train of thought, Mitsubishi Outlander Sport LE to its capacity, just the trailer itself, without any gear, without carrying water or anything. And I decided that probably wasn't the best idea, considering that I'm planning on putting on about 5,000 or 6,000 miles round trip. So I totally scratched the idea of the buying a new truck, and then I was like, well, now what? If I'm not going to haul the trailer with my truck, then what am I going to do? And I do have an older motorhome, but unfortunately it's gas powered and not diesel, and it gets about 10 miles an hour in the city and about 14 not miles an hour, miles per gallon, about 10 miles per gallon in the city and about 14 on the highway. And with gas prices the way they are, I was like, I don't think so. That doesn't sound like a great idea either. So scratch that idea, and I'm like, well, then now what? And then I discovered RTTs, rooftop tents. And I thought, that is a perfect solution. I don't have to worry about upgrading the suspension on my car to tow the trailer. I don't have to worry about traveling like ultralight and leaving gear behind that I am probably going to want and need. And of course, if I had bought the pickup truck, well, that comes with a whole host of other expenses like registration, insurance, maintenance on a second vehicle. And it really, what is this? Whatever. It really wouldn't have gotten the use that a car should get to stay in good condition and be well maintained, because I would have been primarily using it for towing. So it just didn't make sense. But then, like I said, I discovered the world of rooftop tents, and I started looking online and doing a ton of research, and I finally decided on the Roofnest Sparrow Adventure. So I'm really excited about that. My sleeping quarters will be right on top of my car everywhere I go. I'm also mounting a gear rack on the trailer hitch in the back of my car to carry things that I either don't want in the cargo area of the car or I don't have room for. I will be traveling with my 14-year-old Shih Tzu Bella, my 1-year-old Pomeranian Casper, and my 3-year-old Quaker Parrot Sedona. So I won't be traveling solo. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, you're going out on the road all by yourself and covering that many miles. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be by myself. I'm going to have Bella and Casper and Sedona with me. So that's hardly solo traveling, right? Anyway, I am anticipating the arrival of the rooftop tent from Roofnest any day now, and a friend is going to help me install it on my my crossbars. Um, Lost my train of thought again. Anyway, the plan is once I get everything all geared out, the car, get the gear rack on the back, um, and get ready to go. I have so much gear to pack and figure out how to use the GoPro camera and all that. And please expect a lot of the early videos are probably going to be super amateur because, quite honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. But that never stopped me before. So, my plan is to leave my home in Vermont and travel down the East Coast, and then cut across the Gulf states. So the whole thing was spawned because I have only 13 states in the United States. 13, that's not 13, but anyway, 13 states in the United States that I haven't seen yet. And I'm 65 years old, and I am bound and determined not to leave this life not having even seen all the states in my own country. So I'm going to travel down the East Coast, been there, done that, seen all those states multiple times, but then I'm going to travel down across the Gulf Coast because there are several states there that I haven't seen yet. And then from, cutting across down the bottom of the map, I will eventually end up in Sedona, Arizona. I'm planning on spending some time in Santa Fe, New Mexico, because everyone's always told me how beautiful it is and like how much I would love it there. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to spend about a week or so in Santa Fe, the surrounding area, and then, cut across to Arizona. I'll spend some time there. And then I think I'm probably going to go from there to Lower California because I've been to California before, but not the lower part of the state. So I'm going to do that. And then when I go to head back home, I'm going to cut up diagonally and hit a couple of the states that I haven't visited yet on my way home, and then back home for a little while. So I would love it if you would subscribe and if you would follow along and see where my journeys take me and see how much trouble I can get into all by myself out there on the road. Not all by myself. Not how can you be by yourself when you've got 2 dogs and a bird and whatever else I might pick up along the way. I'm famous for picking up stray whatevers. Anyway, it's going to be fun. I'm sure there'll be challenges. There always are. So come along for the ride and see what I see and see how I overcome those challenges. And I'm looking forward to, to seeing you out and about. Thanks.